Before we start, viewer discretion is advised. This content is for educational and entertainment purposes only. What follows is a retelling of federal courtroom testimony from the Sean Diddy Combs trial, as reported by Inner City Press. On day 7, the courtroom fell into stunned silence when Sheila E., Prince's longtime percussionist and close friend, took the stand. Many never expected her to testify, but she came forward carrying what she called Prince's final warnings. Words he shared with her before his sudden death, when he confided he feared being silenced for uncovering disturbing truths in the music industry. Sheila E. testified that Prince had grown increasingly paranoid in 2016. He wasn't afraid of dying, but of being shut down for speaking out. She recalled him saying, "It's not just about your masters, it's about who owns you." He warned her about parties hosted by Diddy, calling them rituals disguised as celebrations. At one such party in Prince's own home, Sheila claimed the energy shifted once cameras were gone. Phones and personal security were banned. A private area was sealed off. Prince later told her, "That wasn't my party anymore." Something dark came in with him. Sheila said Prince believed Diddy was protected by powerful institutions and that the industry operated on manipulation, blackmail, and silence. He warned her about a system of secret recordings, people being filmed without knowing, then blackmailed into submission. Prince believed Diddy wasn't just participating in this, he was orchestrating it. She described Prince's growing frustration with Warner Brothers, connected both to his own music battle and Diddy's rise. He believed the same people who suppressed him were backing Diddy because he played the game. Prince, on the other hand, paid the price for resisting. According to Sheila, Prince feared those secret tapes, believing they were stored and traded like currency used to control people. He once said, "If I'm ever caught in the background of one, I'm done." That fear stayed with him until his death. In her final emotional statement, Sheila recalled a 2 a.m. call from Prince just days before he passed. He sounded afraid, not of dying, but of them. He said, "They're watching me. They want me quiet." He didn't say who they were. He didn't have to. Sheila already knew. The system, the industry, the gatekeepers. Viewer discretion is advised. What follows is a summarized retelling of the courtroom testimony from the Sean Diddy Combs trial, originally reported by Inner City Press. Sheila E. continued her explosive testimony by recounting warnings Prince gave her before his death. "He told me he planned to speak out," she said. Prince had been in talks to testify in a federal case, but never revealed who or what it involved. When pressed by prosecutors, Sheila confirmed Prince explicitly referenced the parties, the artists, and the tapes, insisting, "They're not rumors, I've seen them." He was especially disturbed to find that people he once considered allies were part of it. "Half the room was there to collect secrets, not celebrate music," he told her. Then came a quote that silenced the court. "If I go down, it'll be because I tried to save someone who didn't want saving." Sheila once assumed he meant another artist, but now believes he meant Diddy. She recalled Prince's final words during their last phone call. "Don't let them twist my legacy. Say it loud if I can." The next morning, Prince didn't answer her call. Days later, he was gone. Sheila testified that Prince had long feared a hidden system of control in the industry: surveillance, coercion, blackmail. She said Prince described parties used to trap artists, where cameras recorded compromising behavior without consent. NDAs weren't for protection, he warned. They were weapons of silence. She claimed Prince referred to Diddy as a handler, someone who exploited artists' weaknesses for control. Sheila cited collapsed careers of former bad boy artists like Mace and Total as examples of retaliation. She also said Prince despised Warner Brothers, but when he learned the label was funding Diddy, it all clicked. "They fund the machine, I escaped. Others won't." When asked why Prince didn't go public, Sheila revealed he had been preparing to release everything, with names, dates, and documents. But the week he was scheduled to meet with an investigative team, he died. Suddenly, a decade of silence made sense. She ended her testimony with Prince's haunting quote, "What they do in the dark comes out in the music. Listen closely, you'll hear the pain." Then she turned to the jury. "Now you're hearing it in court." Cross-examination began, with Diddy's defense trying to discredit her. They pointed to a period of estrangement between her and Prince and implied she was seeking financial gain from his estate. Sheila stood firm. "I'm not here for dollars. My testimony risks everything. I'm here because Prince asked me to protect the truth." She backed up her claim with phone records and notes from early 2016. The defense pressed further, asking whether she had witnessed any tapes or signed NDAs herself. Sheila admitted she hadn't, but said Prince told her exactly where to look. The prosecution seized on this and promised to subpoena corporate archives. Things escalated when the defense played a voicemail from Prince. "We aren't safe. Watch the tapes." They suggested he meant prescription issues. Sheila responded, "You can twist his words, but not the pattern. Broken artists, buried footage, and sold silence." Despite the defense's attacks, Sheila held her ground. Jurors appeared visibly shaken. One even requested a tissue during a sidebar. The courtroom felt heavier. Her testimony had landed. After lunch, the prosecution followed with corroborating evidence, a sealed envelope from Prince's attorney containing copies of 3 NDAs. One, from a female vocalist, described a coerced performance at a 2010 Diddy event. Another, from a male guitarist, referenced compromising footage from Miami. A third was unsigned but detailed hush money offers to a rising rapper. They also played an unreleased audio file recovered from Paisley Park. In it, Prince said, "They call it networking, but it's harvesting. Young artists go in thinking it's a party. They leave owing a debt measured in silence." His voice matched the cadence Sheila had described. A financial analyst then testified about money trails involving shell companies and boutique security firms, linked to both Diddy events and alleged freak-offs. Invoices were labeled with generic terms like VIP liaison, language that Cassie claimed Diddy used to hide escort payments. Finally, prosecutors presented hotel keycard data showing Prince's digital passcode had been reissued remotely at 3 a.m., a detail that hinted someone may have accessed his private quarters without him knowing. Even as the defense tried to dismiss Sheila's testimony, the evidence spoke volumes. And if the rest of Prince's files truly exist, the case and the entire industry may be on the brink of a reckoning. The night before his emergency landing, Prince called Sheila and said, "They're outside my door." That same hour, prosecutors revealed Prince's hotel keycard had been remotely reset, implying someone accessed his room without permission. Alone, each bit of evidence seemed speculative. But together, NDAs matching Cassie's claims, coded payments masking illicit expenses, surveillance patterns, and Prince's chilling words, they formed a powerful tapestry. Even hardened legal commentators in the overflow room murmured that the prosecution had done something rare, turned Prince's paranoia into persuasive evidence. "We may be witnessing the first posthumous whistleblower," joked one analyst during a live stream. The prosecution rested their case with a projection of Prince's handwritten message to Sheila, "Your silence won't protect you." It stayed on screen until the judge dismissed the courtroom. The implication was clear. If jurors believed Prince foresaw what Cassie went through, convicting Diddy would feel less like justice and more like honoring a warning. News of Sheila's testimony and the shocking evidence exploded online by nightfall. Veteran producers posted vague, "I told you so" emojis, and respected journalists admitted they'd once dismissed Prince's warnings as the ramblings of a recluse. For the first time since the trial began, he wouldn't look toward the gallery. He sat still, staring into the defense table's wood grain, silent as his attorneys whispered around him. Outside, his mother and twin daughters left shielded by umbrellas, avoiding cameras altogether. Sheila E., escorted by U.S. Marshals, exited quietly through a side door. In that swirl of praise and fear, Prince's final public message, "Just when you thought you were safe," resonated with fresh meaning. What began as a trial about Diddy now looked like a reckoning for the entire music industry. As one veteran court sketch artist told CNN, "I've seen fraud, blood money, everything. I've never seen a ghost testify. Today, Prince did." Whatever the jury decides, the story has already broken free. Silence, the commodity Prince once said the industry protected most, has now been shattered. And across the world, everyone who ever signed a contract in quiet felt the echo.